I'm going to teach you a beginner's method to solving the Rubik's Cube. This is usually known as the green cross method because the first step involves solving a green cross on the top side. Before we get to that, you need to know how Rubik's Cube works. First of all, the centerpieces cannot move. It may seem like they're moving when I twist the centerpieces like that, but what's actually happening is they're just rotating. The green one right there is only rotating. They're stationary. So let's take this apart to get a better look at it. Okay, here you have the core of Rubik's Cube. Notice that the centerpieces don't come out, they just spin on an axis. Now, basically, the centerpieces hold in the edges and the corners, which simply rotate around the whole thing. I better put this back together soon. Wasn't that exciting? Well, there's one way to solve Rubik's Cube. Okay, back to the green cross. Anyway, the first thing you want to do is locate the green centerpiece. It should be right there. Next thing you want to do is find one of the edges containing a green piece. For example, the green-orange edge piece. Now, so you would rotate it into place, find the edge piece, and turn it however you need to get up to the top. That would be correct. And this would not. Now it's in the wrong place. Make sure they align. There aren't really any moves you need to learn to get them up here, just basic logic. Although it is important that the order the centerpieces go in around the sides is always the same. Since the centerpieces cannot move, these always have to be in the same order. It should go orange, yellow, red, white, because the centers go orange, yellow, red, white. Same thing. Now I've got the yellow one already right next to it. The tricky part is not messing the rest of it up. Although, if you just, it's okay to turn the centers out of the way. They'll always be in the same place. All you're doing really is turning the top. Now if you get one on the bottom like that, move it to an area where a side can be twisted without affecting the rest. The rest of the cross has already been set. So now we've turned the white-green edge into a good place where we twist it up. Now for the last one, locate the last edge. If it's ever on the bottom of the cube, like that, get it underneath its target. Once you get up there, it's underneath. Give it 2 twists, move to the top, just like that. So now we have the green cross. The next part, which is a little trickier, is getting the corners. Again, you have to make sure that not just the top matches. Sure, you can get the green side, but you have to make sure the edges line up. So find one of the corners. Here's a close one. We have the green, red, yellow corner. That's the only corner that has those 3 colors on it. Now what you want to do is rotate it until it's underneath its target corner. Right now, it's right underneath there. That's not a good place to be. So here's the corner. Let's rotate it. It needs to go up here, and it's down there. And so you're probably thinking, how are you going to get it up to the top without screwing up everything you just did? Simple. Turn it out of the way, and then shift that section downward and rotate the corner into place, like that. You will come across a few different situations, but you'll be able to get through them. Now, here's an interesting situation. You've got the corner already at the top, but it's in the wrong place, and it's turned incorrectly. Simple. Turn that chunk down, twist it out of the way, turn it back up. So now, here we have the orange-yellow corner. It needs to get to the right place. Turn it onto the target. Now here it's on a different side this time. Since it's on this face, we're going to turn this chunk down, and it will rotate into place. If you had turned it the other way, if you had turned this piece down, let's see, like that, it moves the corner out of the way, and that is not good. So, for this first section, it may take several tries. Should take a while to get used to, but it'll become quite easy by then. Now, here we have a corner on the bottom. Simply get it underneath its target. Once you go up there, it's down here. Rotate that side down. Twist it. Here you have the corner still. Twist it. It's now out of the way. Turn this chunk back up. Notice you still have not affected any of the top. Here's the corner. Move it where it needs to go. It's on this side, so we'll turn this down. Bring it into place. Now I only have one corner left. So let's see. Here's the corner. It's on this face, so we turn this face down, rotate it into place. If it had been on the other face, this one here, you would have turned that face. Whichever face it's on, you rotate it inward. So, now you have the top complete. Since you did the sides, the edges there in the correct order, simply rotate the center until it lines up. If you get the edges in the right order, the centers will always line up. Don't worry about that. Here's where things get sort of complicated. Now we need to get into algorithms, which is basically a long series of twists that will get one piece where it needs to be without messing everything up. So here's the notation. Here we have the different sides of the cube. They're known as F, or front, R for right, U for upper, D for down, B for back, and L for left. You should always look at the cube isometric style on the front right corner. Now, the front isn't always going to be yellow, or right isn't always going to be red. It doesn't matter where the position of the cube is, but for a given algorithm, you have to look at the cube a certain direction and figure out what the front, right, upper, down, what the sides would be for that given situation.